EOS made an absolutely massive move, almost doubling over the past few days. There's fundamental news, but it's also something that we saw and shared countless times on the charts. We're going to look at the EOS chart today alongside Bitcoin dominance and also all the news that's driving the market today. Try to figure out what's coming next. Stay tuned. What's up, everybody? I'm Scott Melker, also known as the Wolf of All Streets. Before we get started, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel and hit that like button right down below. Let's dive right into the Bitcoin dominance chart. As you can see here, I've been sharing this chart for a long time. I actually made this purple rectangle all the way up here at around 57, saying it looked like we would bounce at 50, which we did, and then potentially drop below. You can see what alt seasons of the past look like. Well, now we have that sort of insane drop on Bitcoin dominance that signaled a massive alt season, which we've been seeing in the movement of these dinosaur coins. Unfortunately, not a lot of that has passed down to lower caps yet, but we do generally see Bitcoin, large caps, mid caps, small caps, recycle back to Bitcoin. So if we have the familiar cycle from the past, we could still see some more alt movement from those smaller coins coming. That said, if you believe in charting Bitcoin dominance, it's a bit of a meme to do so because there's no actual orders to create supply and demand. But if you do like the chart, well, this is coming into a macro demand on the weekly chart, a major area of support, and 35 is the lowest that dominance has ever been. So just keep that in mind if you are trading all of these altcoins. It's never a bad time as a trader. An investor can approach it differently, but it's never a bad time to start skimming off profits as you come into support. That's what's happening here. I'm not saying that alts cannot continue. I think that they will, but we will obviously eventually see Bitcoin move again, and we know what that probably means for alts, especially on their Bitcoin pairs. Let's take a look at EOSBTC. As you can see, we started talking about it here, and then this was the idea that we drew on the break of this blue descending line. We've seen the same pattern. I don't want to go into it over and over again, but we've seen the same pattern on almost every dinosaur altcoin, breaking their descending resistance, retesting, and heading up. Well, I drew this when price still hadn't broken out, and here we are with the retest and heading up. That move already on this week from 0.00015 all the way to a peak at 0.00026. Absolutely massive. I'm still looking for a path like this where it'll come down, which it did, continue, find some resistance, eventually flip it, consolidate below each resistance, and go up. Eventually, this should be heading to the highs, 0.0024400 from 2018. I know that seems far away. Remember, this is a weekly chart. This is literally on my chart in January of 2022. This could take a very, very long time to commence, but we've seen similar moves already on coins like Ethereum, Litecoin, ADA, XRP, BNB. EOS on the USD pair, godlike retest. Another trade that I shared in the newsletter and here on the break of $8.65. I said maybe consider bidding this area right around $8.65 on a retest. Well, it did retest and went as high as $14.94 or so from $8.65 in a matter of days. Absolutely massive moves and a perfect retest of a key resistance as support. Now, at this point, you probably want to flip $15.43 to eventually target $23.0290. Now, why is this happening? Well, it was a huge announcement that Block 1 secures funding for 10 billion EOS-based crypto exchange platform. The EOS-based Bullish Global, what a name, Bullish Global, crypto exchange platform is expected to go live later in the year. They raised $10 billion for this, $300 million of which from the likes of Peter Thiel and Mike Novogratz. Let's see what they have to say about it. The Bullish Exchange will leverage blockchain technology and a new market architecture to revolutionize the high-performance trading landscape by transparently automating expensive third-party functions and turning them into yield-generating portfolio management tools to offer institutions and individuals better and safer access to the latest cryptocurrency investment strategies. Sounds absolutely amazing, but what's more important here is someone's finally using EOS for something big. This company raised billions and billions and billions of dollars in the ICO craze. They probably could have raised a couple million like a normal company. So it's nice to see some of their plans finally come to fruition like 4 years later. Let's dig into some other news not about EOS. Ethereum touches 500 billion market cap for first time, overtaking JP Morgan and Visa. Of course, it happened when price went above 4,300. It's currently trading slightly below that, so it is not currently at a 500 billion market cap. It's probably around 493.65 at this moment. But what's notable here is that it took Bitcoin until December of 2020 to make a $500 billion market cap, and it quickly elevated right to $1 trillion in February of 2021, 2 months later. If that happens with Ethereum, we could legitimately see a flippening of market cap. Greg Magadini, CEO of Genesis Volatility, has described a 1 trillion ETH market cap as a no-brainer. Of course, for that to flip would imply that Bitcoin no longer goes up as well, which I think is an unrealistic expectation, and that very soon we will see some major Bitcoin volatility, hopefully to the upside, but absolutely essential to note here that Ethereum's market cap is now almost half that of Bitcoin. Crypto to replace dollar as world's reserve currency. Investing legend Stanley Druckenmiller thinks so. This came out a couple days ago, an amazing interview that he had. And basically he said, listen, every fiat currency has ended the same way. The dollar is headed down that path, and Bitcoin could be the answer. Absolutely astounding to hear a billionaire like him, who we know is a Bitcoin, talk about it in such uncertain terms. Whether Bitcoin does or does not become a global reserve currency, his conviction is strong that the dollar will be replaced. Goldman Sachs exec reportedly quits job after making Dogecoin fortune. After working at Goldman Sachs for 14 years, a banker reportedly left the firm due to netting massive gains from the Dogecoin holdings. This title could read, Goldman Sachs executive wins lottery, quits job. But you still love to see it. A guy quitting a bank because he made so much money on a meme coin. Absolutely a hilarious story, and one way that we can enjoy them sticking it to Wall Street. Now on to the NFT space. eBay officially opens its platform to NFT sales. Absolutely huge. People are going to be able to sell NFTs on eBay. I guess that's the thing about bubbles. If you want to call NFTs a bubble, those bubbles can get bigger, and it's hard to predict exactly when they're going to pop. We can see mainstream adoption happening here all around on NFTs. It seems every celebrity, every athlete, every known name is doing something in the NFT space, and now they will be for sale on eBay. 9 CryptoPunk NFTs sell for nearly $17 million at Christie's. Absolutely insane that cyberpunks are worth that much. Not quite the 69 million that Beeple made, but interesting to see that these legacy auction houses like Christie's are still able to sell NFTs for such absolutely exorbitant prices. That's all the news today and everything I had to share about EOS and the Bitcoin dominance chart. Please once again subscribe, hit that like button, and I will be live streaming today at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with chart requests for my paid newsletter subscribers. Until then, peace.